Hey there, welcome back. This is Atul from team K21 Academy, and in this lesson we are going to look at cloud service model, which is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. We'll also look at examples of these, and then we'll look at cloud deployment model, which is public, private, and hybrid cloud. So as I was telling you earlier, the first and most fundamental thing you should be knowing is cloud service model. Now within service model, if you look at, this is the traditional way of deploying applications used to be, where everything right from networking all the way till applications used to be running on customer premises or in a data center hosted by a service provider of customer. Whereas now, when you deploy the cloud, you have something called infrastructure as a service, where the networking, storage, servers, and virtualization layer is all managed by a cloud vendor. And anything above that, which is right from operating system, which could be Windows or Linux, and in AWS recently Mac as well supported. And then any other part which is middleware, runtime, data or applications, all managed by client. So the cloud vendor like AWS will provide you all these services, including virtualization. Now, two questions when we cover these things in our trainings, we get is, what is virtualization? Virtualization is where you have one machine or one hardware in which you're running multiple operating systems. And later in this program, you will see on subsequent days, you'll be creating a virtual machine on AWS cloud. Now, another question we get repetitively is what is middleware or runtime? So middleware is something which is running or set up between your database tier and a web tier or front end tier. And runtime is nothing but the underlying runtime environment that helps to run your applications. So if your application is running on Python, then Python based runtime, or Java based, or .NET, or C, C++, and so on. So in this case, that is infrastructure as a service. And I'll tell you with an example as well in a minute. Then you have platform as a service. In platform as a service, everything what's covered in infrastructure as a service, like plus the operating system, the middleware and runtime is all managed by the cloud vendor like AWS, whereas you as a customer only manage the data and applications running on top of that. So if you see the example of that, I'll explain to you that in a minute again. And then in software as a service, everything, including the application, is managed by the cloud vendor. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Now, you might still be confused what this infrastructure as a service Iaas Paas SaaS. So let's look at with an example. If you look at in AWS cloud, there's something called as Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2 we call. And EC2 is nothing but your virtual machines. Or underlying storage we call EBS, Elastic Block Storage, where the data is being written. So EBS is an example of infrastructure service. EC2 is an example of infrastructure service, or the network is an example of infrastructure service, and so on. Whereas if you look at the platform as a service, there's something called AWS Elastic Beanstalk, which is nothing but the underlying platform which gives you on an option to run your web applications. So this Elastic Beanstalk is you can run any application developed in either Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Ruby, Go, Docker, etc. So when you're deploying the Elastic Beanstalk, you first deploy what type of platform as a service you want or what is the runtime you want, and then you can run applications. So you don't need to worry about the virtual machine managing the virtual machine or managing a particular network. You have everything in platform as a service. If we look at an example of software as a service, Office 365 you might have seen, or if you've used Google Workspace like Gmail, etc., Dropbox, or if you're working Salesforce, if you worked on Salesforce, or if you use GoToMeeting or Zoom calls now, they're all example of software as a service. So just to do a quick recap, in terms of three service models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Examples are here for infrastructure service. And as we move in this program of these 5 days, you will get more and more information about this. Now, if you look at cloud deployment model, there are three models: public cloud. So this public cloud is someone or the cloud which is available for all, like multiple vendors or multiple customers. So you can create an account, I can go and create an account, and so are others can go and create an account. And this is one of the most common deployment or common model you use, which is public cloud, which you can do. Anyone can go over the public internet and create it. And later in this third part of this training or today, you will be seeing how to create a public cloud account if you don't have already. Then you have a private cloud, which is only for a selective customers. And sometimes this private cloud may be within the AWS might give you some area which no other customer have access to. Now, even though public cloud, I can't access your data, but the underlying infrastructure like the machines, the network, storage, all are shared by multiple customers by different segregation, maybe network or there are different boundaries, software or hardware level boundaries. With private cloud, usually you have their own network and data center and so on. Sometimes we can also put it in your customer premises. So AWS or most of the cloud vendors these days have services where they can bring everything, the entire cloud hardware and software at customer premises or in their own different data center. So private cloud only for selective users, typically for the bigger customers. And they don't want the hardware to be shared. In such a scenario, you use private cloud. It's a little bit more expensive than public cloud. Whereas hybrid cloud is the combination of public and private, where customer, some services are running on public cloud, some services are running on private cloud. So your most sensitive informations or most sensitive critical applications on running may be private cloud, whereas less critical or a other type of environment running on public cloud. So this is hybrid cloud. If you look at the implementation of hybrid cloud or private cloud, AWS offers something called Outpost, which is nothing but same AWS infrastructure, same services, but in customer data center or on a co-location which is agreed between customer and AWS. So Outpost is an example of that. Now hybrid, where what we are doing is you have AWS cloud and on customer premises you have running a AWS Outpost or your own cloud, and these two are talking to each other through a network. And this is a hybrid cloud. So just to do a quick recap, you have the public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. And I hope now you're a little bit familiar with Outpost. Now, again, you can go deeper into, we cover some of these deep into Solution Architect program. So this is in a nutshell about cloud service model and deployment model. Now, head on to the third lesson where we are going to look at the overview of AWS in comparison to other cloud vendors. And then we'll also give you the first lab of today, which is creating an AWS account. And if you have an AWS account, it will still help you to access console, because on day 2 or day 3, we'll have some labs which will be performing them to give a much more clarity. With that, this is Atul from Team K21Academy, and I'll see you in next lesson.
Well, guys, this was our cloud expert, Mr. Atul from Team K21 Academy, and this clip is taken from our free course on AWS Cloud for Beginners. In this free course, we'll be covering multiple topics like cloud service and deployment model, AWS infrastructure and service overview, compute, storage and networking, databases, automation, config and monitoring, DevOps and architecture, and most importantly, you'll be gaining access to a bonus that is certification path and multiple job opportunities. So even if you're somebody who is experienced or a working professional in cloud, then this course will be very helpful to revise your skills, and you'll be gaining access to multiple job opportunities. And of course, if you're a newbie, then this course will help you to have a better cloud future. And so now if you want to enroll for this free course, then you just have to log on to k21academy.com/AWS. You'll be seeing this kind of interface. So you just have to click on enroll for free, add your name, your email address, and our team will reach out to you. And you'll be seeing this kind of interface on your emails, where you'll be gaining access to the login credentials where you can log in, and you'll be getting to know how our training portal works. Once you've enrolled, you can share this out with your friends and family as well. Hoping to see you in the free course. Till then, take care and keep learning.